Got to.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Post Falls Urban Renewal Agency November 16th, 2017 meeting. I'd like to call the meeting to order and ask for a roll call, please.
Thank you. Commissioner Carstensen?
Here.
Crosby? Here. Malzahn?
Here.
Hauser?
Here.
Coles?
Here.
Davis? Here. Baltzell?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. And would you rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. Okay, let's move right into the agenda for today's meeting. Ceremonies, appointments, and announcements. Do anybody have anything particular they would like to put on that? If not, I do have one announcement, and that is that the December 21st regular commission meeting in December is being moved to Tuesday, December 12th, and it'll be a joint meeting with a workshop. It'll be a workshop and commission meeting rolled into one. So it'll be at 8 o'clock in the morning in the lower level of the City Hall. 8 o'clock, December 12th, and no meeting on the 21st of December. Okay, any other comments? Okay, moving forward. Conflict disclosures. Does anyone on the commission have anything, any conflicts to disclose on anything that's on the agenda this morning? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to the consent calendar. And that would be Executive Director Diane Fountain.
Thank you. Good morning, Chairman Baltzell and Commissioners. Item A in the consent calendar is the commission meeting minutes of October 19th. Item B is the payables for this month totaling $5,633.31. Item C is the bank activity report, which shows total in all funds of $3,598,770.35, with accrued interest for the month of $2,984.24. Item D is the financial reports as of October 31st. Your approval of the consent calendar will authorize the transfer of $2,984.24 accrued interest to the general fund and transfer to the Community First checking account $5,633.31 for the general payables. I would answer any questions.
Commissioner Crosby?
Yeah, Chairman, Diane and I discussed this yesterday. We have a CD at Spokane Teachers Credit Union in the amount of $249,467.35, which doesn't mature until March of 2019. That's accruing interest at about $348 a month. And my understanding from my discussion with Diane is that it is being added to that amount. So in about 3 months, we will exceed the FDIC insurance of $250,000. So I am asking or suggesting that we sit down with SDCU and see if we can start to sweep the interest out of that account into either another account or into one of our deposit accounts to avoid going over that $250,000 limit.
Yes, and I looked back at the file, and the last time we had a CD with STCU, when we got to that point, they issued us a check for the difference, and we brought it back down to $245,000. So I have a call in to Susanna Spencer at STCU and to see if we can do that again.
That'd be perfect.
Okay, and then just let Lynn and his committee know so that they're aware of.
Okay.
Okay, that would be great.
Thank you.
Anything else? Any questions or anything? I do have one comment to make, and that has to do with the loan at Washington Trust Bank and the set-aside dollars that we have according to the agreement, the loan agreement. Because the principal balance has been reducing, well, like it has been, the principal on the loan is going to be reduced by $160,743.27 this month, which is the excess that we have in that account. And it'll bring the balance down to $5,814,858.70. So each time we get to do that, it saves taxpayer interest on this loan and continues to have it reduce at a very appropriate level. Is there any questions on any of that? just want to give you a heads up. Is it twice a year we get to do that, or just once?
Just once a
Just
year.
once a year, and it's in the fall.
November 2nd. Mhm.
But you didn't see it in the October 31st documents because it didn't happen till November, so. Okay, that's good news. Any other questions or comments on the consent calendar? If not, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
Second.
Is there a second? Moved and seconded. Any further discussion? If not, voice vote?
Yep.
Voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you, Diane.
Uh-huh.
Okay, committee updates, finance and policy. Commissioner Crosby?
We have reviewed the bank statements up to date, and we just received from Diane the October reconciliation, so we'll review those.
Okay, excellent. I'll make a comment on that in a little bit, but thank you for that. District review, Commissioner Coles, anything?
I have nothing.
Nothing, okay. Communications, property, and personnel, Commissioner Carstensen.
Just a question for Director Fountain. Did you ever get a call back from Philip?
I'm sorry, I have not.
Okay, we'll wait.
Okay. All right, moving on. Citizen comments. This section of the agenda is reserved for citizens wishing to address the commission regarding agency-related issue. Comments related to future public hearings should be held for that public hearing, and persons wishing to speak will have 5 minutes. Do we have anyone out there that would like to have a talk with us? No? Okay. Thank you. But we'll move on to unfinished business. I'm not aware of any unfinished business at this time. New business, is there any new business that we need to address? I'm not aware of that either. Okay, staff report and updates.
Thank you. The audit work has begun. Lee Anderson was in my office yesterday to do the preliminary field work, and so now he will go back and get the receivables, the tax receivables from the county, and put that together. And we're maybe looking at a presentation to commission on the January commission meeting.
Okay, okay. Very good. Anything else? Any questions of staff at this time?
I also do have updates on Centerpoint.
Okay.
On November 1st, I corresponded with Chris Logston, and he indicated that they were still working on dills, but he couldn't elaborate on those. They did have a meeting with somebody in town on Monday, and he said the meeting went well, so hopefully we'll hear some news there in the near future. Expo, I spoke with the engineer on record of Creative Way, and he said that the punch list was completed and they were waiting for a final walkthrough with the city. And then once that's completed and Bill Melvin gives me a letter of acceptance for Creative Way, then we'll go through the process of getting the invoices and approving them for payment. And then on Tullamore, Charleville, Killdeer, and Cecil are complete, and they are waiting for the final walkthroughs and city acceptance. The cost will be submitted in a few weeks is what he figured. And then next year they plan on finishing Hope and Killdeer from Charleville to Highway 41.
Okay, very good. Making good progress there.
Question is Expo going to move forward on some of the other streets, or they're just focusing on Creative Way at the moment?
To my understanding, they have to complete Creative Way and get that reimbursement process started before the bank will let them go further on the other roads.
I see. Okay. Thank you.
There is a lot of construction going on out there, a lot of dirt moving going on. That doesn't appear to be a Creative Way. Can you have any idea what they're actually doing?
I think it's extension of Expo Parkway.
Okay.
And so they've started the work, but they can't go much further until they get Creative Way completed.
Are they doing any work on the subdivision, on the additional
Not
subdivision?
that I've seen.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other questions on that? Okay, commissioner comments. Kind of quiet today. Chairman comments. That's me, I guess. I just wanted to comment about the audit process that's going on. It's looking very well. I had a conversation the other day, earlier this week, with the auditor, very pleased with what he's seen. One of the concerns that they always look for is who's watching the store, in other words, who's watching the financials and so on like that. So I explained to him the process that our finance committee goes through, which is what you were just talking about, Lynn.
Yes, sir.
And how that works, how long we've been doing that, and the fact that even that is rotated among the commissioners on the committee, and how we feel pretty confident that that's working really well for us. He was surprised that we had it that well organized, and was very pleased with that. So I think so far he's very pleased with what he's seen, and they'll be able to move along fairly rapidly with their process. So shouldn't be too long, and we'll have a preliminary report from them. So thank you all for all that work, and doing the kinds of things that we do as well as we can do them shows to the right people, and is also good for the community. So if there aren't any other comments or questions, I hope you all have a really good Thanksgiving next week. And you ladies out there as well and back there, have a happy Thanksgiving. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We are adjourned.